It doesn't take a scientist to know that children don't learn the same way adults do. Why then use the same approach when teaching them? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Art of Teaching English. I'm Nelson. If you're new here, this channel is for you. It's all about tips for English teachers and those who want to embark on the language teaching field or simply want to improve their pronunciation, grammar or teaching skills. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Today we're going to dive into a topic that's incredibly close to my heart and I dare say to every English teacher or educator. So let's dive into the first of 5 things you should know if you teach children. So the first thing you want to do is to understand and embrace the fact that children go through various developmental stages. Children go through different phases of physical, cognitive and emotional growth during their childhood, and sometimes these sudden changes in moods will go all the way to adolescence. And you can't just brush them off, especially if you want to be able to deal with challenging behaviors. Now on a side note, the things I'm going to say here are not only things I've learned from professional development courses, but also from my nearly 20 years experience, which will hopefully not only help you improve your teaching, but it will also help you deal with disruptive students, which is a major issue among young learners teachers. If you ever wondered why a child's brain development should matter to you, here you have a few more reasons. Recognizing where they are in the developing stages can help you be more empathetic and tailor your teaching approach accordingly. Each child is different. This is true even if they're twins, so be flexible, patient and creative. Bear in mind though that being patient doesn't equate to being over-tolerant or indulgent. Never become a class clown, unless of course it's part of a performance for the kids. Children will actually trust you and love you more if you set reasonable boundaries for them. They'll probably have to learn such core values as respect, organization, discipline and patience with you. Don't shout at the kids. You should always be poised and in control. Oftentimes, children will learn when they're ready. There will be days when children will grasp just about anything you throw at them, and days when your lesson plans just won't work. This might make you doubt of your future as a teacher. Children crave attention. So as a young learner's teacher, you will not have to wait for too long until an attention seeker surfaces and tries to sabotage your class. In those instances, you might be tempted to apply at once any sort of discipline, which quite frankly might not work. When they become loud and unruly, the best thing to do is to remain cool, calm and collected. What if a child is persistently disrupting the class? You can choose to ignore it or give them the attention they want, perhaps by calling on them and asking them most of the questions. Learn about their personal circumstances and work out what triggers their bad behavior. You should always attempt to get parents on board. Bear in mind that physical activities are necessary for children to develop, for example, parts of the brain they need to be able to read or write. That's just how they learn in general. Instead of rushing into punishing them, seize every opportunity to commend them for their good behavior. If you want to motivate a child, praise it. There's nothing like specific, sincere, spontaneous, encouraging words to help a child focus. Make it your goal to develop a good rapport with your student. You might not be able to teach them anything unless they thirst like you. They usually respond well to positive reinforcement, praise, and rewards, which can be important for maintaining their interest in learning. Children are often more motivated and engaged when learning is presented in a fun and interactive way. However fun an activity might seem, it won't be as fun for a kid if it doesn't take part in it. They usually respond well to praise and rewards. Typically, most children will have a hard time understanding certain concepts even in their home language. So instead of telling them, show them. Bear in mind that children have a very limited attention span. Having them sit for more than 20 minutes in a classroom is probably as good as a punishment. Have them stand up every 15 minutes and do something fun. Not only does it reinforce neural connections, but it also makes it fun and relevant to them. Each child is different and can learn at a different pace, so meet them where they are. Give them a hand and help them get into their strides. So in summary, understand that shifts in moods are normal in children. They blossom in a loving environment. Praise and rewards motivate them. Patience, routine and boundaries are necessary for them to feel safe. That's it, there you have it. I'd like to see a comment down below and on this part 1 so I can make part 2 even better. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a like if you found it useful. See you on the next one.